Okay, I already put all of my foundation stuff on before shooting this video. And I have concealer on top of my eyes. I'm using a white eyeshadow to kind of even out the tone of my eyes and create a smooth base before I apply what I need. Now in this palette, I don't have a violet shade. So what I'm doing is mixing together a blue shadow and the purple shadow that's in the palette. Now for those who don't understand how color works, violet is a blue-based purple. So if you take a standard purple shade, which is evenly blue and red, and you put on top of a blue shade, you will get that violet color. And if you know how color works, it can actually save you money. So you don't have to go out there and buy new palettes every time a new color trend comes out or something. Well, you don't have to buy unless you want to. All right, here I'm blending it out. And in this case, blending it helps to disperse the color more evenly. So I have an even violet shade going across the areas that I need it. Okay, next I'm applying a pale pink shade, which I'm using as in place of the pink lavender shade that's in the Pantone Spring 2018 color palette. Okay, and here I'm actually using a blush shade. I forget the name of this shade. It's a Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blush. I forget the name of the shade. I have to look it up. And I'll put the shade name in the description. But I'm using that in place of the Blooming Dahlia shade, which is like I would say more like a deep salmon pink. And what you see me doing there, like getting the edges, is because I have heavy lids, and it kind of lifts up your eyes a little bit and makes them perkier if you don't extend your shadow all the way to the corners. You know, I want to have that lifted look where I look more awake. Now what I'm doing now is I'm applying a deep brown shadow on the lash line of my upper lash line. And I'm not going the entire lash line. I'm going from the outer corner to the apex. Now when I did the bottom, I did the entire bottom lash line. And the reason I do that for the top is that when you apply mascara, it kind of makes your lashes look a little bit thicker. It gives the illusion. They're not making them thicker, it just gives the illusion of thicker lashes. Now I eventually decided to wear false lashes for this look, but originally I wasn't going to go for that, so that is why I did this that way. But if you're not going to wear false lashes, which more than likely if you're going to be at work, you probably aren't going to wear false lashes, this is a trick to help give you the more volume to your lashes, especially at the base. And especially for us women of color, we can go darker during the daytime with our eyeshadow because our skin tone has those warm tones, and the darker we are, the more darker that we can go with color, and it still look appropriate for work. You know, you're not going to look too overdone. It's not going to look sexy unless you smoke it out. If you smudge out, especially at the lower lash line, then that is going to look sexy, and that might be toeing the line a bit. But just wearing dark shades, you know, when you have deeper skin tones, it's not going to, you know, be as impactful as it would on fairer tones. So we can kind of get away with that. Okay, now right here, I'm lining my lips with a deep plum shade. And there's a shade in the color palette for spring that is like a deep red that's, I would say, just darn near brown shade. And I'll put the name of that shade in the description, because off the top of my head I can't remember what it's called. And what I'm doing to create this shade is I'm lining my lips and filling them in with a plum pencil. And then I'm going to go over it with a deeper red, but it's not dark enough yet, you know, for how I want it. And over top of that, oh, and I had a little mishap here. The lipstick, I guess, must have broken off in a tube and almost fell into my mouth. And what I'm doing here is I'm applying like a deep red lipstick over top of the plum liner on my lips, and then I blot it. And then after that, I mixed together that blue and purple shade again to make the violet, and I dotted it on my lips. And this gives me a deeper color, but still gives me a little bit of that violet tone to it as well. And what I'm doing there, you can't see, I'm actually rubbing it across my lips. And I'm trying to wipe my fingers off as I go along. And I kept dipping and reapplying, and will wipe my fingers off in between until I got the desired effect that I wanted for my lips. And then over top of that, I applied more of the red lipstick. So I got this rich, deep red that had purple undertones to it, well, violet undertones to it. And now that same blush that I applied on my eyes, I'm applying to my cheeks because it has that deeper color. And like I said, even for work, this is a brighter color, but you know, if your skin tone can warm it up, you can get away with it.